excited too. I think he got done with baseball practice here this afternoon or this evening. If there's any other updates on that Houston Golden State game, please hit us up on that score for us as we're waiting to get Cole on the phone. Are you there, Cole?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's my guy, Cole. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Hey, welcome to the Coach Scott Field Show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
You're good? You're not nervous, are you?
No, just a little bit.
Hey, listen, it's no big deal. Let's just pretend we're kicking back, we're watching an NBA game, we're sitting on the couch, laughing. Kim's made you some cookies. That's what we're doing right now. It's just that you're on the phone, and it's just a little bit different platform. But thank you so much for taking time to be on our show, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for letting me on.
So did you just get done with baseball tonight? Did you have a practice, and how'd that go?
We actually got the game canceled because of the weather.
Oh, is it raining up there?
Yeah, it just got done storming.
Oh, okay. So are they going to reschedule it?
Yeah, probably. We'll have one tomorrow practice and later on for the week.
Attaboy. So but how's the baseball season going for you?
Good.
Okay, so between the sports that you play, what's your favorite?
Basketball.
Okay. So with that said, let's talk a little basketball because I love sharing basketball knowledge with you. And, so, man, I can even learn from you, my man. So talk about, you're a huge Jazz fan, right?
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, we just had Jay Crowder's dad on the show. Was you able to hear him for a second?
Yes, I did.
How cool was that? Do you like Jay Crowder?
Yeah, he's good.
Who's your favorite Jazz player right now?
Donovan Mitchell.
Spider Mitchell. Tell me why you like Spider Mitchell.
I think he has really good potential and future and stuff, and he's just really good right now. He looks like Russell Westbrook in the future.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. Okay. I was going to ask you, who would you compare him to that's a veteran? You think Russell Westbrook, huh?
Yep.
That's ferocious right there. That's a competitor. And I kind of compare him to a Dwayne Wade because you look at his body, he gets into the paint, he's able to finish, he's able to dunk over, bigger players. He's creative. He can, make things happen off the dribble. And for him to come in with all that confidence as a freshman after he won the slam dunk contest in the second part of the season, he was fun to watch, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was great to watch.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you're the general manager of the Utah Jazz, what move would you make to make the Jazz even better next year?
I would probably get rid of some of our bench players and free up cap space and maybe bring in a bigger name into our team.
If you're the general manager, okay, let's fast forward 20 years, and I'm on the phone and I'm an agent, and I say, hey, general manager Cole Richey, who do you want on your team? Who would you want to bring to the Utah Jazz?
I think Anthony Davis. I think he would be a good fit for another big man, Rudy down low. Shows our potential with the up front court with Donovan Mitchell and Ricky Rubio. I think that will be something big if Ricky stays with us.
Wow. Okay, Anthony Davis, an unbelievable shot blocker. Would you keep Rudy Gobert so you'd put Anthony Davis at the 4 and Rudy Gobert at the 5?
Yes, I would.
That's a monster lineup right there. Think about it. We could have the Spider, the Brow. You'd have Jingling Joe. You would have Ricky Rubio and the Man Bun out there leading the Jazz deep into the playoffs. Could that team win an NBA championship?
I think they could if they could get past Houston and shut down James Harden and Chris Paul.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How old are you, Cole?
I'm 12.
Bob, we've got a 12-year-old man putting pieces together. Free. How many 12-year-olds do you know what salary cap means?
Yeah. Their salary cap is don't I get paid for taking out the garbage?
only cap I knew at 12 was a kneecap.
Yeah. There you go.
Cole, I'm proud of you, man. Hey, let's continue to talk other basketball. How do you like the 2-2 in the Eastern Conference with Boston and Cleveland? who do you think, now that they're going back to Boston, who do you think is going to win that next game?
I hate to say it, but I think the Cavs will pull it off again, off a big upset over on Boston. I think they'll carry that into the next game tonight and win it.
Oh, so do you think LeBron's kind of figured out and he's kind of got the role players on that team slowly building their confidence?
Yeah, and I think they got Boston a little bit scared, kind of getting timid to what to do with LeBron, and I think LeBron is just doing himself and getting past what they're trying to throw at him.
Cole, you are phenomenal and amazing, because here's what I see. Here's what LeBron, I think, has been doing, because he has such a high IQ. Now, this is just my opinion. If you agree with it, that's good, but if not, tell me what you think. It looks like the first couple games was kind of the feel-out process, and LeBron is playing a game of chess in his mind, but yet he's trying to instill the confidence in his role players, the shooters and the slashers, because if Kevin Love can produce and you get J.R. Smith and you get Kyle Korver shooting from the wing, you need those players to play well on the road going into a hostile environment into Boston. LeBron can get his 30 to 40, but he needs help from those other guys. Who do you think are going to be the guys that step up to help him and supplement that scoring? Because they're not a great defensive team, but on the road, who's going to be those other two players that's going to help LeBron beat Boston at Boston?
I think J.R. Smith and Rodney Hood. I think if they get their shot going, I think it's too overpowered for Boston to get out there and get there in time to make J.R. or Rodney miss the three.
Okay, but Rodney Hood, he was an interesting piece adding there at the trade deadline, because Rodney Hood is an energizer who can, get to the basket. He can knock down shots. He's that lefty. Do you like him playing more minutes going down the stretch, do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good fit.
Okay, I love it. Well, who do you think that the Cavaliers, if they're going to win, who do they have to focus their defense on against that Boston team? Who do they need to slow down or contain?
I think Jason Tatum, of course. I think he's just phenomenal in this series. And if they stopped him, I think Boston's just going to get shut down because their confidence is going to go down when their star player is not doing as well, just how the Cavs do when LeBron's not doing his great.
Cool. I'm sitting here right now feeling like I'm talking with an adult about the game.
Right. Well, he knows a lot more about it than me. Cole, I got a question for you. If you were the Boston Celtics, what would you do to make the game adjustments to beat the Cavaliers?
I think I would let LeBron have his high-scoring game, and I think I'd shut down his role players because LeBron's not going to be able to win it for the whole team because he starts going and gets his points and then dishes it, and his team starts hitting it, and then they just take off. So say let LeBron do his thing and stop the role players from hitting those shots at the end. I think Boston will have it.
Cole, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm putting it out to the universe right now. If I get blessed and I'm lucky enough to be a coach in the NBA, I'm bringing you on as my assistant because you've got a wealth of knowledge that I know you can relate to these young players and the communication skills that you have. I love the knowledge that you have. Where do you get all this knowledge from? Where is it? Is it just watching and observing the games? Is it are you researching stats, or where have you picked up all this knowledge?
I think both of those things, from watching the game and from researching.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I know you've got a great little future as an athlete ahead of you, but man, I'd love to have you on the bench with me to help me coach up my pro players.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in that?
For sure. We got there.
Cole, my man, I'm telling you right now, your phone's going to blow up from me, and you'd be the first guy that I call to have you come be a part of my staff in some capacity, whether it's player development or analytics, because I think you've got a great little analytical mind there, my man.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's flip to the Western Conference. How about this Warriors and Rockets series? I mean, I think the last little thing that I saw there, it says, Houston went up 53-46. What do you think Houston needs to do to get a win on the road there at Golden State? What do you think?
I think they should just get James Harden and Chris Paul just getting in their mode, and just the Warriors can't stop it. Even if Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are having their game, I think Chris Paul and James Harden are well enough to compete with those two and have a better game than them.
Wow. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think Andre Iguodala not being able to play tonight, being that defensive stopper and high IQ, do you think that's a big issue for tonight's game with Golden State because he's not there because you don't have quite the bench depth?
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Like with him as a great defender, stopping the big scorers when he's in and shutting them down, I think that's going to hurt them tonight for sure.
It's obviously causing an effect right now. Who needs to step up for the Warriors tonight without Andre Iguodala on the bench? Is it Sean Livingston? Does Draymond Green just need to do a little bit more? But who's that other bench player who can provide some defensive tenacity to help the Warriors tonight?
I think Sean Livingston. I think he's got it when he has those little tricky moves he does and just pull up and hit that shot. I think that's what's going to help him off that.
He's got that length to shoot over, with that mid-range and being on the block, doesn't he, Cole?
Yes, from like the last year's series, he was doing that all series, and they didn't have anything to answer to with their bench.
Oh, Cole, I love it, man. This has been phenomenal. Thank you so much for sharing this knowledge. Let's prognosticate. Let's let you give an educated guess. Who do you have winning the NBA championship this year?
Hopefully the Celtics, but I don't think they have what it takes for the season without Kyrie.
Okay.
I think this it's going to be out of the Warriors or Houston. Whoever wins that series, I think will take it, because I don't think LeBron or Boston, if they win the series, I don't think they can stop Kevin Durant or Steph Curry or James Harden or Chris Paul. I don't think that's possible. So it's someone out of the West, and I think I'm going to go with Houston. I think they're going to be the underdogs this year and take it with Chris Paul as the addition and James Harden with getting the shots done.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it here first. We're introducing to the world Cole Richey. Don't forget that name, because this man, Bob, are you as impressed as I am?
I'm blown away, Scott. Okay. I'm just like,
Did
wow.
I tell you?
Oh, you did. Yeah, you definitely did.
Cole, you're exceeding expectations, because not only are you confident in what you're talking about, you have such poise to you to be a 12-year-old young man right now.
Well, and it's not only the confidence and the poise, Cole. It is you got the common sense, and everything you say makes perfect sense.
Cole, I miss you, buddy. Get out here and let's go shoot some shots again, my man. Brandon's home right now. We'll get you out there on the court with him, and let's go hoop it up, buddy.
Okay, I will.
All right, great talking with you, my man. I miss you. Think the world of you. Can't wait to get you back down here and shoot some hoops. But, hey, maybe we can get out and do some fishing or something sometime soon when your dad's schedule is not quite so busy with all those homes that he's building out there.
All right, for sure.
All right, Cole. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Coach Scott Field Show tonight.
Thank you for letting me on.
Okay, have a great evening, buddy.
You too.